And welcome back to MSGPM on this day in MSG history, January 30th, 1973. MSG, The Garden, hosted the NHL All Star Game. There is no game footage of this. This is rare footage. I don't know if anyone's seen this since 1973. But it was MSG hosting the NHL All Star Game for the very first time. Here's some warm-ups for you to catch, and here's a moment that Bobby Orr would likely forget. He tripping on the ice there. It's okay. He's made up with it. Made up for it with his play for sure. Ace, what do you think? I don't think I've ever seen any of that footage before. The archives.
What a shocker. What a shocker. MSG keeping that footage of Bobby Orr falling down. The Rangers and the Bruins were hated rivals. So whatever you could do to embarrass the great number 4, I mean, I'm not surprised by it. But it's just so ironic that Bobby Orr is one of the best skaters of all time. Talk about changing the game. He changed the game from the defensive position. And he was known for skating. So it only goes to show you that even the great ones fall down every now and then, Michelle.
Yeah, it's all about getting back up after. East Division topped the West 5-4 in 26 NHL All-Star Game. Like I said, the first one at MSG. So let's talk about currently in the NHL. And Trevor Zegras continues with the theatrics on the ice with these goals, landing the Michigan. And this isn't the first time he's tried one of these unique goals. I love it. I know that some people maybe in the sport don't. How do you feel? Is this good or bad for hockey?
I love it. If you're that skilled, you can pull that off in the heat of the game when so much is going on. So be it. Like, look how smooth that was. Some guys can't even stick handle that smooth, Michelle.
Yeah.
And I think back to watching old school basketball. You see guys going down the court just dribbling and pulling up for those underhand shots. I didn't like watching basketball then. But when you saw MJ skywalking and throwing dunks on people, that brought people out of the seats, and then the game started to skyrocket. So I love that stuff. Keep doing it, Z.
I was going to say, too, yeah, I love the confidence. Like, there's so much skill in the league right now. So why not let it be on display, especially, like, when you can back it up?
I'm all for it. And the way people share clips and they go viral, it drives interest in the sport of hockey where it makes highlights where people don't usually talk about our game. I love it. And if you don't like it, try to stop it. Simple as that. Try to stop it. He made that one alley-oop pass from behind the net onto Sonny Milano's tape, and you saw the look of just surprise and joy. Like, he was like this. He looked like Macaulay Culkin at Home Alone. It was amazing. It's not something it's premeditated. He just did it spur of the moment. So I'm all in for it. I love it.
I agree. Okay, let's move on. Evander Kane scored in his debut for the Edmonton Oilers. Was this signing, it's been a little bit of a controversial topic here. Was it a good signing or a bad signing? What do you think?
They needed it for the Edmonton Oilers standpoint. They're a desperate hockey club that was going in the wrong direction. Evander Kane, I don't know if he's the answer. I know he's going to be on his best behavior, that's for sure, after being run out of town in San Jose and in Winnipeg and other stops he's been before. So only time will tell. The Oilers were a desperate hockey club. I do know this. A couple other teams that were guaranteed, not guaranteed, but better when you're talking about Stanley Cup contenders, offered him less money but a better opportunity to win a Stanley Cup. And he chose to go to Edmonton. So if I'm in that Oilers room, I like the fact he's in my room, but you have to wonder, is he really about winning, or is he just trying to make up some more money that he's going to lose after filing for bankruptcy?
Okay, time will tell on that one. Let's go back to the Rangers a little bit. How do you think they've adapted so far without Adam Fox?
Well, so far so good, but it can't go for an extended period of time. You could make up with one of your best players for a couple of games, and guys could step up for a couple of games. But we're talking 15, 20, 30 games. It's not going to happen. The reason why the New York Rangers are one of the best teams in the National Hockey League is because of Shesty right there. You see Shesterkin, that's a net, but also Adam Fox. He won the trophy for the Norse as the best defenseman in the league for a reason. He is one of the best defensemen in the National Hockey League with the way he contributes in the offensive zone, and he's also a maestro in the defensive zone too. So I wish him a speedy recovery because the New York Rangers are a better team with Adam Fox in the lineup.
Absolutely. And obviously this team has been rolling. It's been they've been doing a lot of good things. In fact, Steve Valiquette said just prior to our show that it's hard to be hungry when you're full, right? So what do they still need to do? And do you think maybe Chris Drury makes any moves at the deadline?
First of all, does anybody listen to Valley? I mean, you're probably the first person I know, Michelle, to even listen to what Valley says. Like, I don't think anyone listens to Valley. No, I'm just joking. Valley's my guy. He's a really smart hockey guy. Yes. No, I love Valley, so I can't really dog Valley like that. But I like the position they're in right now because now it puts a lot of the onus on your general manager, Chris Drury, to try to figure out what does a team need. Now, I want more of the future. because they still have some young players that haven't really gotten to where I believe they're going to go. But I like the way Lafreniere is playing right now. I think there's more depth in the back end, maybe a little more toughness in the back end. And I think this team is good to go. You've got Shesterkin in net. You've got Panarin up front. You've got Zibanejad in front. So if your top players can stay healthy, I would say just add more depth and some like bottom six scoring. And hopefully the guys get healthy sometime soon.
Real quick, what a relief that must have been for Lafreniere to get that goal. He's been doing a lot of things well on the ice, but he's been trying to find where he fits in. And to get the goal today, sometimes you just need one, right, to get rolling?
And I've been saying, you play with better players, you get those opportunities. That goal literally went off his shin pads in the net. That breeds confidence, and then you can start making those plays like Trevor Zegras is making.
Absolutely. There you go. Very good. All right, Ace, that's all the time we have for today for MSGPM. Thanks so much for sticking around. Enjoy your Sunday, everyone. Have a great night.